Could this be the best new midsize electric SUV to hit the market? Let's take a closer look and find out more about the 2024 Honda Prologue. First off, what do you think about the design? Does it look familiar? Does it look like it could be a Chevrolet Blazer EV? If you think so, you're really close, because General Motors and Honda have partnered to make this vehicle. So it's definitely going to have some GM DNA in it. The question I have, and maybe you do as well, why has it taken Honda this long to have their first mainstream EV to hit the market? I don't know, but it's here. You do have 3 trim level options for this first of its kind. You've got the EX, you've got the Touring, and mine, the Elite. Front wheel drive and all wheel drive is available. Here are your horsepower numbers based on the power available in the Prologue. In the front wheel drive, you're looking at horsepower of 212, pound-feet of torque 236. All wheel drive bumps that up to 288 horsepower, 333 pound-feet of torque. It's not the most powerful two-row midsize EV SUV in the market, but it's a start. All right, range for this bad boy. In front wheel drive, 296 miles is what they say. Not a lot, but it's something. And then all wheel drive is around 275, give or take. So what's it like to get behind the wheel and drive the Prologue? Well, first of all, the shifter, pull toward you and down is drive. Toward you and up is reverse. And there's your camera, different angles, above, below, to the side, and so on. Now, when I first drove this, I was surprised at how heavy the vehicle felt. Very substantial for an EV. I'm sure it's because the battery is quite heavy, but overall the vehicle feels sturdy. Got a nice grip and a hardy steering wheel. As I mentioned about General Motors and the partnership, there's a lot of Chevy DNA in this, just by the screen alone here. This is a 11.3 inch touchscreen here. Slide back and forth, Wi-Fi hotspot, all your maps, your phone controls, and so on. Charging, information about the charge. Speaking of charging, right here in this slot is where your wireless charging pad is. It's not up here, although they do give you a key in addition to the key fob, kind of like a Tesla, where you can have a card to start your vehicle, USB ports, and so on. This is an 11-inch digital instrument cluster in front of me. Again, very Chevy-like, especially with the graphics on here. But this is Honda. This is totally Honda right here. This is what I'm familiar with, as well as the steering wheel. Visibility is good out the front. Smaller windshield in the back, so there's a little bit of, could be a little bit larger for visibility, but overall, it feels and runs like a normal car. If you do want to push the limits of your range and go on a road trip, here is your cargo volume in the back. So you can load it up to around 25 cubic feet of cargo volume behind the back row, which is a 60-40 split. Folding those down increases it to just over 57 cubic feet of cargo volume. Looks pretty spacious for a midsize 2-row. Oh yeah, what's it look like when you fold those seats down? There you go. There's your cargo volume, 57 and change. How about we do an acceleration test on the highway to give a feel for how immediate this torque is with this EV. So as we make our way, let's go ahead and sprint and see how it goes. Flooring it. There's your speeds, and booyah, right at 60. That's pretty quick. Seamless, smooth, super quiet. Nice job. Here's a look at your real world backseat legroom and headroom. Better adjust that. There you go. That's more realistic on what it looks like, or at least a better view from your standpoint. So this is my position as the driver. If I was sitting in the driver's seat and me sitting behind myself, double Dave, this is what it would look like. Tons of room. Very impressed with how much leg room this offers for someone my size. I'm 5'11", almost 6 feet tall with the right kind of shoes. So this being here, super easy, barely an inconvenience to get inside. I got this massive panoramic sunroof here. It's getting quite warm inside. I'm gonna close it up for some other parts of the video, but this is a really spacious looking EV, SUV, and this panoramic sunroof makes that even more obvious. Now, I mentioned the partnership between General Motors and Honda, meaning that the rivals or competitors would include the Chevy Blazer EV. There's also the Ford Mustang Mach-E and the Kia EV6. Overall though, good acceleration, good feel for the road. Overall, I think so far so good for their first effort at a EV SUV from Honda / General Motors. So I've given you all the main details with the engine, the range, the power, cubic feet in the cargo volume. How about price? What's it worth to you? Is the base price of just under $50,000 worth it? Or would you want to bump it up to the next level at 53? Or maybe mine, which is closer to 59. Either way, between $50,000 and $60,000, depending on trim level of the 2024 Honda Prologue. Definitely worth a look, but it'll take some time for this to really gain some legs moving forward. Thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you next time. Adios.
Today's video is brought to you by The Cold Plunge. Use discount code DAVE150 at checkout at thecoldplunge.com. Immediately save $150 off your purchase. That's DAVE150 at thecoldplunge.com. There's also a link below this video.